Hey, Jesse Nochi, final presentation video. Sorry if it's a little bit too casual. I'm in my truck, got a noisy house, so here we go. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. About a year ago, me and some buddies were sitting around a bonfire in my old hometown, Adrian, and one of my buddies asked the group of friends if anybody would want to join him on a skydiving trip 2 weeks from that day. So my first initial thought is, no, that's not for me. But as I continued to think about it over the next couple days, I started to think, like, Jesse, when are you going to have this opportunity? Again, you're young, you're 18 years old, you haven't started college yet, you need to go have fun. So I say yes, and so we get to the skydiving place and skydive in Tecumseh, Michigan. We get there, we get in this little old plane, and I love planes, but this plane was not fun to be in. Oh, it was like kind of eerie, an eerie sense how small and cramped, it was. So we get up in the air, and as I'm standing at this door, even with this man on my back who knows exactly what he's doing, as I'm standing on this door, I'm looking down at the earth. And you see the squares of cornfields and the towns and the lights and everything, and I'm looking down, and all that's going through my mind is no, 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 no. And the guy behind me, the guy on my back, he tells me, he's like, all right, Jesse, we're gonna go on three. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I got this. And as he starts counting down, everything slows. My whole body just slows. And Dave, the instructor, he goes, 1, 2, 3, and he jumped to the force that it didn't matter if I was jumping or not, because I was going down with him. And we're going, and I'm screaming like a baby fresh out the womb, and we're falling, and I got my arms all spread out, and I'm floating through the air. And I fall for about, I feel like 5 minutes, but I fall for about probably 25 seconds, and my body calms, and I literally think, I'm like, this is the coolest experience ever. I am free falling, I'm flying. He pulls the chute, and as we're going down, I'm laughing. I'm like, Dave, this is crazy, this is awesome. I'm like, Dave, look over there, there's Adrian, there's the lake, there's all this stuff, and we get down there, and I'm just like, that was the greatest experience of my life. And so I tell that story to make the example that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. You can't be comfortable, and still experience life. So there are three main points that I have for you today, and the first is you can't move forward if you're still holding on. So I say this in even more of a serious sense for this key, as in, you can't move forward in your life if you're still holding on to things in your past, whether that be relationships or problems, grudges, just being scared of moving on. Even I dislike change a lot. I had a straight anxiety attack my first day of college because I was so comfortable. But stepping over that line and stepping into the doors of the college, I felt fine. The initial fear is what stops most people from getting to the enjoyment of life. And so I want to talk on the not holding on to the crap in your closet, if you will. You have to let go of bad things in order to chase good things. As we all know, as one door closes, another door opens. Not to be cliche, but it really is true, because if you're always looking back, you're never going to see what's in front. And we all know the best things are yet to come. So the next point I want to make is that pain and fear is only temporary. And I say that because, like, I would have never jumped out of this plane because I was thinking so much about the bad. That fear was temporary. after I got out of that fear and I jumped out of the plane, it was all enjoyment from that point on. So how I want to say this is don't be afraid to try something new because you're scared of it. You know, don't, in a workout sense, as I'm an athlete, don't be afraid to push yourself because of that pain. Because that pain, that fear is only temporary. Sorry to take to a biblical sense, but in the Bible, it says, do not fear, do not be afraid 365 times. That's every day of the year. Like, what a coincidence, if that's what you think. So my third point is don't let the fear stop you. This is my biggest pet peeve with my friends, is when the fear of something stops them from reaching a goal. The fear of change stops them from moving. The fear of failure stops them from trying. Never ever ever let the fear of doing something stop you. I remember an incident in Puerto Rico a couple winters back, where I was standing at the top of this not cliff but ridge, about 35 feet in the air, and the lagoons underneath. And I remember how scared I was to jump. I'm like, I don't know what's in there, all this, and when really it's just my mind playing with me, because you are your biggest roadblock. So as soon as I jumped off the ledge, it was all enjoyment into the water and all safe. So I say that just to show you that if you let the fear of failure stop you, you'll never retrieve a goal. You'll never retrieve a goal. So I hope that in this really simple, casual speech, you learned a little bit, and that maybe I reached you even on another level. Just that you don't let the fear of missing out, the fear of failure, the fear of anything stop you. Remember that pain is only temporary, and remember that you can't move forward while you're holding on to your past. Thanks for listening, and God bless.